Hey Instagram, Scott with Seaman Custom Builds. On this video, I'll be explaining how to lay out the parts so that you can assemble your laser engraver system. All right, first for tools, you'll need the Allen wrenches that ship with your kit. You'll need an 8mm wrench and a Phillips head screwdriver. So next, let's walk through the various parts. You'll have two of the double thickness, but they're shorter extruded aluminum, and two longer single thickness. These are for the frame. You're going to have a longer double thickness aluminum piece. That is going to be the top bar for the X-axis. There's going to be two of these pieces. That's the frame for the carriage for the X-axis. Then you'll have two of these longer, taller ones. That's the frame for the carriage of the Y-axis. Moving along, you'll have four of the plexiglass feet, three of the servo motors. You'll have this one rectangular panel that the module will connect to. Then you'll have your control module. You'll have your laser module and laser attached. You will have three of the connecting cables. So you have the ribbed belts. Then you'll have the corner brackets, bolts and screws. So our leg screws are going to be these shorter, fatter Allen head bolts. We have frame screws, or the small Phillips head. The screws for the servos are the really small Phillips head. You have the Y-axis wheels. We'll use the smaller of the thinner Phillips head, and if you see it compared to the X is the longer. So Y is the smaller, X is the longer. You also have these little nylon standoffs. There's two sizes. There's a narrow and a wider. The Y-axis will use the narrow. The X-axis will use some of each. So you'll have one wide, one narrow for each wheel with that. We've got some small screws, nuts, and small plastic standoffs for the control module. We've got smaller screws for mounting the X-axis frame. So we have our screws and nuts for the belt to hold those down. And then we have a couple extra screws and nuts for holding down the laser module.